Recording in progress.
So hello, my name is Cooper and I use he, they pronouns. And today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a discussion about the Pluslife test. So the Pluslife test is a test that's imported from Germany. So you can find this on a website called Altruan, ALTRUAN.com. And it imports from Germany. So you need to be cautious about making sure that you give it enough time so that it is able to go through customs and also so that you have enough time so that in case anything goes wrong, in case the test is lost, that you're able to get it because with the international shipping, it does take longer to get to you. So this is something that you need to be thinking about long before you need to use it. And this is something that I purchased and it was on back order, so it took about 2 months to get to me. And then when I ordered some more tests, they've been stuck in customs for a couple of days. I've heard ranges of anywhere from, it taking a very short amount of time to taking a very long amount of time. So I would just err on the side of caution if you're planning on buying this test, and I would purchase it sooner rather than later. This is a molecular test similar to the now bankrupt Q reader and the metrics test. So the only difference between this test and those, well, obviously this has not gone bankrupt, is that this one is more accurate than the metrics test. It is around 98% accurate and can also help diagnose if you're pre-infectious by using a graph that I will get to a little bit later in this video. There are also coupon codes that I will not be posting publicly, but you can message me for the coupon codes if you would like them, and I'll send them to you. The coupon codes can knock off a lot of money off of the cost of the test and make the test a little bit more affordable. When I purchased the reader, it was around $240, and the test are around $80, not including shipping and handling, which is quite expensive, given that these are tests coming from Germany. Also, as a full disclosure, I'm currently a little bit under the weather. I do not have COVID, but I have some sort of cold. So I'm not feeling the greatest, but wanted to record this as I've been getting some questions about these from friends and just wanted to have this recording on hand for folks. One of the reasons I got this test is because the cost of the test over time are a lot cheaper than the metrics, which run around $25 a test. The test for these are around $9 a test, so that's US dollars, which is a lot more affordable. And as someone who is going to test a lot and already tests a lot, that makes a lot more sense for me than, spending $25 per test. One of the other things I like about this reader versus the metrics is that it works a lot better for me. With the metrics, I've been getting a lot of invalid results, and I'm now getting a lot of results that are actually helpful in the sense that I'm actually getting good results. So that's always a good thing to be getting real results from a test that are meaningful and helpful. Another thing I like about this test versus the metrics is that the results are a little bit more nuanced. There is an app of sorts. You can go to virus.sucks and you will be given to a homepage. And I'm doing this on the iPad because I cannot connect to the reader on my um, phone. So I will go to virus.sucks on any web browser, and I'm doing that now. Website looks like this. So hopefully you're able to see this. And I will click English because I speak English and I do not speak German. And then there is a slew of really, really helpful information right here you can kind of scroll into. And then from there, what I do is I go back to the home page, and there's this thing called Pluslife Analyzer, and you can actually connect via Bluetooth to the device, and it will give you a little bit of a graph, which I'll showcase next. And this is what the graph looks like. And as you can see, line 4 goes up because that's indicating that I'm a human. So it's basically a control. And then the lines on the bottom indicate infection. So if you're pre-infectious but had COVID, the lines would start trailing upwards towards the end, which I think is actually a very helpful feature for someone who is very concerned about viral infections. So that's one of the main reasons I like this test. So what I will do right now is I'm going to do kind of like an unboxing similar to how I did the flow mask video. So I take off the top. There's a very handy instruction manual here that can give you all sorts of information. But the main player in this is there's a reader. They claim it's palm size, but it comes like small, sort of palm size. So this is the Pluslife reader. And I bought a power bank because that's what's recommended to run this test. And then I use the USB outlet, connect it to the power bank as so. You turn it on, plug the power bank into the charger, turn it on. This must stay, I repeat, must stay at ground level or flat level. And then it comes with this handy thing to put the specimens in. And then these are the tests. I've already washed my hands. Another instruction manual after the test. Swabs. This is the reagent. And then this is the reaction card. So I'm opening the reaction card. It has 7 channels. The fourth one, as I said before, is to indicate the argument, so it's basically a control. This is what it looks like. These are all labeled for 7. Take the top off of this, place it into this reader holder, which is actually very handy. The reagent goes into the circular spot. Peel back the label. Swab as you would for any COVID test. Not going to my throat because I'm on camera and that's a little bit weird. Spin it around. The biohazard bag that comes with these, it's actually very nice. Put it back down. I'm going to take out the cap out of this bag. Place in here. There's 2 lines here. It goes in between the 2 lines. Put this cap on to create pressure. It says to flick and do not shake because the shaking can create more bubbles, which can create a graph that's a little bit harder for us to read. So I'm going to flick. Kind of fun. Make sure there is some liquid in there. I may need some more. Looks good enough to me. Place the reader or the card into the reader, into this hole. And we'll be doing that as soon as it lights up. So you basically turn this on to charge. When it's charging, this is red, and then it will make the beeping sound that you just heard. And then you place this into the reader. Do not close the reader, and do not open it until the test is done to take it out. And now what you do, or what I do, is I open the reader, which is on Bluetooth, because I own an Apple device. So the reader Bluetooth doesn't work on Apple devices very well. It probably works on Android, I think. So you might have better luck, but I installed the Bluetooth app on my iPad so that I can connect to the Bluetooth reader, just to download it from the Apple Store, and then in the browser line, you can put in virus sucks. And we are looking for the Pluslife analyzer. From here, we connect to Bluetooth. The Pluslife reader is here, connecting to that. It's connected. Select test kit. This is a SARS-CoV-2. Sorry. It's a little bit harder than I thought. This is SARS-CoV-2 test. And now I click Start Test. And that beep indicates it's going. And it gives you some device information, the target temperature, the current temperature, and stuff like that that can be very helpful. And soon we will start to see a graph that forms on the bottom of this. And I won't do the whole video through this, but basically the graph can indicate if you have COVID or not based off of the lines on the graph. It starts to go upward trajectory other than the floor, which is the human specimen. That is a good indicator that you're pre-infectious and should probably isolate. I would not use this test as a reason to isolate or not isolate, but I would use this test, I would say, as a good indicator of if you are infectious with COVID. If the result is positive, it's 98% accurate. That's very high. So I would go off of that. And yeah, you can start to see the graph is starting to form. This is the beginning, and it goes every 30 seconds. So a line will start to form, and you can see the countdown. And I actually find this to be one of the most helpful aspects of the test itself. And yeah, I really appreciate having this test, especially when I'm not feeling super well, just to make sure that I don't have COVID and that it is in fact something else. I did get a strep test yesterday, which was negative, and yeah, I think it's a cold, but it's helpful to have another layer of protection. I'm still masking everywhere. I'm vaccinated at every test, and I wear a mask. So, but yeah, sorry I'm not feeling super well, but I just wanted to give a quick overview of how this test works. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, and I will do my best to answer them. Thanks. Bye.